So because of her too much control, I wanted to prove to her that she cannot really control me. So I got pregnant.
Wow. Tell us about your childhood.
Okay. My childhood was an exciting one.
Okay.
Yeah. Though we lived in a Christian family, a house which my mother would not want her children to go outside to play like other children in the compound. But I still see it to be exciting because though we were sometimes heady to her going to church, yeah, but it was a good one. Though we did not get to witness the childhood play. Sometimes we sneak out to go and play without her knowledge, but that was only when she's not around.
So what about your father? It's like your mom was the...
My dad was just there. He was not really bossy. He was not commanding. Yeah, he was just there. He was just there to tell you that this one you're doing is not good. If you take it, fine. If you don't take it, fine. So it's my mom that was there to tell you that you have to do this. She's not asking you. She's just telling you. So that's it.
So how did you see that?
It was a good thing, though to an extent it was some kind of exaggerating for me, because due to that I went astray to an extent. Yeah.
Wow.
Because whenever I, for one, especially the girls, my sisters and I, whenever we want to go out or we want to go out to for a stroll, or even when she sends us to buy something at the store, she'll have to send my junior brother alongside. That was very nerving. It was so nerving. It was so disturbing for me. I did not see it to be good. And because of that, because of the too much control, I always tell her that you don't follow me to school. You don't know what I do in school.
So that's how you do that?
Yes, I told my mother like that. You do not follow me in school. So when you're doing this, it's unusual. It's not normal, because I can only pretend to be a good girl in the house, and in school I'm something else. For me, all I just need is advice. Yeah, I take to advice more than anything. Just advise me on how life is, on life itself. Yeah, and I'll take it from there. So because of her too much control, for my own knowledge, for my own small knowledge that I had, I wanted to prove to her that she cannot really control me. So I got pregnant.
Wow.
It's not really something nice, but that was my own sense at that level. Yeah, it's not a good thing at all. So that's it.
So it's not a good thing to be a single mom at a very young age?
Yeah,
that's what you're saying?
It's not a good thing to be a single mom at a very young age.
So when you got pregnant, how did your parents take it?
My father was not happy about it. Yeah, but at that time, there was nothing he could do. There was actually nothing he could do. My mother too, I was expecting something huge from her. I was expecting something like, pack your things and leave this house. I did not see anything like that. She took it very normal. All she said was, it don't happen. I will do how. I get to take her. And because of that too, I put myself together. I calmed down. I took the challenge because everybody in the family was like, that Mercy, you won't know end, so I was just laughing.
So when did you get pregnant? At what form did you get pregnant?
I got pregnant at the age of 16, 17, and I was in form 3, form 4.
So you decided after that you went back to school to get your advanced, ordinary level.
Ordinary level.
Okay.
And I did not go to form 4. I just entered form 5.
So you skipped.
Yeah.
All right.
And I had my ordinary level. I skipped lower seat.
Wow.
I went to upper seat.
Yes, you're really determined.
Yeah. I went to up seat and I had my advanced level.
Wow. Wow. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, it's a good thing you put your life together
Yeah.
and then you went forward. Apart from being controlled, like your mom being so hard on you people, were you like rejected in some way along the line?
Yeah, I was rejected by my family members.
Okay.
Yeah, because my my aunt who was taking care of my school, she stopped at that level. Yeah, so there I was rejected. That's when I got pregnant. Yeah, I did not blame her. I did not, because I did wrong. So she was so angry to that extent, but it's fine. I don't blame her at all.
So are you still talking with the aunt up to now?
Up to date, we don't talk. She's that kind of person that when she takes her decision, it's fine now. Up to date, it's been 4 years.
Wow. Let's talk about the child. Is it a she or he?
It's a she.
Wow. What's her name?
Favor.
How old is she now?
4.
4 years? Wow. That she looks like you.
Not really. She does not look like me, but the eyes and the chin.
So how are you handling Favor? Is it the same like your mother did? Or how are you treating her?
For now, we both are still under my mother.
Okay.
So there is no way I can tell her that she should not do what my mother says. Yeah. So it's my mother that controls her.
But I think your mother is, how is she now? Is she still treating?
No, she's not. She has calmed down. Yeah, she has calmed down.
Okay. Nice. So were you bullied as a child when you becoming growing up?
To an extent, I was bullied by my siblings, my brothers, my sisters, because I was that cold type, that quiet type. I could not really talk. Yeah. So because of that, my other brother especially, he takes that advantage and he beats me sometimes when my mother is not around because he knows that I cannot see anything. So that's the extent I was bullied, but it was not that much.
So can you recall any childhood fantasies that you had, like the dreams you wanted to, when you grow up, what will you become?
Okay. While I was a child, I loved to be a lawyer.
A lawyer?
Yeah.
Why?
I admired the the people, the addressing, and also I loved justice. I hate to see someone being punished for something he knew nothing about. Yeah. So because of that, I decided, I told myself I would become a lawyer, but due to circumstances, it changed along the line. Yeah.
Would you say you becoming a lawyer is because of the injustice your mother was doing to you? That you thought your mother was doing to you?
Not really. Not really, because I know that my mother was just, she was just doing her job as a mother in the house. Yeah, it's not really because of the injustice. I did not really call it injustice.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just something I did not like.
So how is your relationship now with your mother?
We are close. We are close to an extent. Even though up to date, that aspect of church is still the problem. She is so committed in church. She goes to True Church of God. Yeah. And she's a committed Christian. So committed. And there are so many, I call it laws, because that's their own way of understanding the Bible. And they put it as things the Christian ought to do. Me, I don't like to to follow such commands. I don't like commands at all.
Is that you have problems following instructions?
Yeah, I do have problems following instructions that are not necessary. Because the instructions, they are not really necessary. You don't expect me as a young girl to be walking with a tie on my head, no earrings, even though now I don't put it on just because of that something. Yeah, but to tie a tie, but you just look like, your young age, you look like a mother. So that's it. I don't like such. That's the problem I have with my mother up to date. But apart from that, we are cool.
So what about your dad?
My dad, my dad is just there. He's just there. My dad problem is that you as a child, you should not go out and come back very late. That's his problem. Apart from that, he does not have any problem. As long as you go to school, you come back, you pass your exam, he does not have any other problem with you.
So between your dad and your mom, which one are you closer to?
I'm closer with my mom. Despite her attitude, I'm still close with her. I'm still very close with her. Yeah, like I said, the only problem we have is church. Church.
So you're talking about a lawyer. So how far have you gone closer to becoming one?
Along the line, it changed. So presently now, I'm working into becoming a nurse. Yeah, I'm a nursing student.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're becoming a nurse. Why?
Okay. Nurses, they are very cool. They're very calm and quiet, and I'm that kind of a person. A lawyer is not supposed to be calm. A lawyer is supposed to be that kind of a person that talks like. But me, I'm not that kind of a person. Yeah, I don't really talk frequently like that. So that's why I get into nursing.
Would you say you're getting into nursing is also because of your child? You feel like you're a mother now. You have to take care of.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of my my reasons too. Yeah, because being a lawyer, it requires a lot. Yeah, so you need to go to school to an extent to become something. Yeah, and I don't have that time. I'm already a mother. Though my mother is there to take care of the child with no complaints, but one day she'll she will not be there. Yeah, that's just the bitter truth. So I always put that in my head. She's there today. She's taking care of her with no complaints, no problem. But I need to do my part as the mother.
It's nice.
Thank you.
So how do people see you?
Okay. People see me as, due to my character, due to my calmness, see me as a well-behaved child. Despite the fact that I have a child, those who know me, they know me as a well-behaved child. Yeah.
Well behaved. I don't like going to church.
See, it's just, you don't understand. I don't like going to church. I like going to church. I like going to church. But I don't like going, I'm sorry if I'm saying anything concerning any church, but I don't like going to that particular church. Yes, that's my problem. And for my mother, you will not go to any other church if you are not going to true church of God. So prefer to stop conflict in the house. I just decided to stay at home every Sunday, because if I go to another church, that one will be another problem for the day. So to avoid her trouble, I'll stay in the house.
How does it feel like being a single mom or being a mother?
Okay. It feels good. Though it has its own challenges, especially when you're a single mother. Yeah. And when you don't have anybody backing you, it's really challenging. But for me, it's not that challenging because I have my parents. Yeah, they back me up in everything concerning the child. So I'm just left with my school to stress with.
So what about the father of the child?
Okay, he's there. He's there in Douala. But as in, is he with me? Because I know that question will come. He's not with me again. He left. That's the bitter truth. He left after discovering that I'm pregnant. Yeah. But I thank God because my parents do not abandon me too. They were there for me all through the stress, all through. Up to an extent that if any family member comes to our house to talk to me, anything concerning the pregnancy, you have a very big problem with my mother. You don't talk to her child like that. So for that, I really appreciate my parents for that. Yeah.
So she became very defensive.
Yeah, she became very defensive.
And protective.
And what I was expecting, I did not get. I was expecting beating from her that way, but I did not receive any. Yeah. Instead, I received love, I received care. And to my own advice out there, though it's not a good thing to get pregnant at a very tender age, but when it has happened, it has happened. You do not kill the child. You just take it like that, and life goes on. The good thing is that I realized myself, and I took upon me to make my parents proud, because at that time I really put a huge mud on their face. So I'm trying to clear off the mud now.
Are you the only child?
No, I'm not. We are 5 of us. I have 2 brothers, 3 sisters.
And you are the...
I'm the fourth. I'm the 4th child.
And you gave them so much trouble. You gave your parents so much trouble. So how did your siblings take it when you were pregnant?
They took it normal. They did not talk about it even for once. Yeah, I was loved by everybody in the house.
You have a loving family. It's very nice. Let's go back to talking about your childhood.
Okay.
I want to understand, when you were growing up, right? What are some of the myths and superstition you believed in?
Okay, I believe that when someone calls you in the night, like shout your name in the night, the witches and the wizards, they are going to take your name, and I don't know what they'll do with it, but that's just what I believe in. Yeah, so I was very angry when someone calls me, like shouts my name in the night. I will not take it easy with you.
Did you believe in that one that said if you bite somebody, they'll apply foul droppings on
Yes,
it, and
it's my brother that always he always used that one on me. So when he beats me, I start crying, I'll bite him. That's my own way of making him to feel the pain too. Yeah, because if I slap him, he will not feel anything. So I'll bite him. Seriously.
okay, so let's talk about the things you did for the first time,
Okay.
right? When was the first time you watched the TV?
While growing up, I met the TV.
Okay, already.
Yeah. So it was not really something that was strange to me. Because while growing up, I saw the TV, so it was not really something that was abnormal. It was very normal.
What about the surrounding? How did others take it?
Yeah, our neighbors who did not have that privilege to have a TV in their homes, they always come around, and either they'll sit on the floor or they'll stand by the door to watch. So for me, it was nothing while I was a child. But when I sit and flash back, it's really funny. It's really funny. So that's it.
When was the first time you drank alcohol?
It was when I was 18 years old during Xmas. Yeah, I went out with friends, and since as they were taking alcohol, the table was full with alcohol. I asked for a bottle of juice. Ha! It was like they'll have to strangle me to death. I had to go in for alcohol because everybody was taking alcohol, but I did not take much.
Were you drunk?
No, I was not drunk, but I was tipsy a little.
And after that, what did you do?
I continued. I continued taking alcohol, but not to an exaggerated manner.
So when was the first time you kissed?
Hey, Adaye. Hey, okay. The first time of kissing was when I was in Form 3. It was something I had never done, so it was strange to me, and it was I felt good. I will not lie, I felt good. Yeah, but it was somehow because the person who did it, he just came from behind, and we were not dating. He was just a friend, and I was very bitter at it.
But you enjoyed it?
I enjoyed it, but I did not show him that I enjoyed it. Yeah. So I was very bitter. I told him it should not repeat itself again.
So when was the first time you stole something?
Okay. First time I stole something, it was in primary 6. I stole 100 francs from my mother. But later when she asked, I owned up, though she She beats me well, yeah, but the good thing is I own up later.
Why did you steal the 100 pounds? What did you steal it for?
It was this 11th February. Yeah, we're going to the field. Though we were not performing, but I wanted to go. I wanted to go to the field, and others were having their money. Me, I was not having, so I had to take 100 francs from my mother. So that was the first time I took something that was not mine. I don't want to call the word stealing, it's harsh.
When was the first time you had sex?
Okay. Alright, the first time I had sex was I was still in Form 3. Yeah, I was in Form 3 by then. It's not okay like that.
I want details.
Okay, let me just say I started dating in Form 3. And
How old was he?
it was by then I was 16. I was 16. I was 16 and he was 21 by then. So we stayed for 3 months without. So the day he asked, he had been asking, but I told him I've never done it before, so I don't see it as I don't feel like. He said I will never feel like if I don't start. He pleaded. For the love too, I accepted. And for the first time, it was painful. Yeah, it was really hell for me. It was hell. But it was just for that time. I don't know Benjamin.
So what will you say? What are the childhood lessons that you've learned that are impacting your life today?
Okay. I learned to listen to adults, to listen to anybody that is bigger than me, that has experienced life more than me. Because anything that he or she says is what he or she has experienced. Yeah. As they always say, experience is the best teacher. So I have learned, as my childhood, I did not really listen. I did not listen to my elders. I did not listen to my parents. That's why I had to fall into that, into having a child. But now, I do more of listening. I do listen. I listen to everything anybody is telling me. As far as I can see that you can teach me something, you can tell me something, you are reasonable. Yeah, I can listen to you. I can listen to you to heaven and back. And I don't only listen, I put it into practice too. Yeah, any advice anybody gives me is not going in vain. So as a child, we should always listen. We should always not so quick to take decisions. But listen, the person may be saying it in a harsh way, but I don't think that the tone is necessary. Just listen to what he or she is saying. It's going to help a lot. Because as a child, I have learned lessons that I was not supposed to learn because of my stubbornness. I accept I was stubborn even to date. But at least that has changed. Yeah, to an extent it has changed.
So what are the lessons you learned?
Like I said, to listen, to respect people too. Yeah, respect is very important. No matter how small, and no matter how small a person is, as far as he can teach you something, he knows what you don't know. You really need to respect that person because he deserves it. Yeah.
So what do you plan for the future?
Okay. I plan to do great things. I plan to be great. I plan to make my parents, especially my mother, very proud because she has really suffered for me. She has tried. She has really done it for me. My parents in general, I'm planning to make them really proud, even if I'm the only child that will do that for them. I do not mind. Yeah, I don't mind. I'm ready and I'm working to it really hard. Yeah.
So what about your daughter?
Like,
What do you have for her? What do you have plans for her?
the plan I have for her, if we start today, we'll not finish. But let me just say the little. Okay, I plan to make her enjoy what I did not enjoy as a child while growing up. I plan to make her, oh my god, I plan to make her do do best in her education, to go further and further and further in her educations. And by so doing, that's why now I'm really working hard because I wouldn't want my daughter to suffer. She cannot suffer.
What about if she turns out to be hating like you?
Okay. As a mother that I am, I will not abandon her because she's a Haiti. It's just to put her in the rightful position. Yeah. If she if she did not listen, but I am not praying. I'm not praying, so if you don't listen like I did, she will learn from her lessons that she will get, but I will never abandon her because of anything. Yeah. Because for me, if I tell you something, you don't want to listen, I'll leave it. You will learn from your lessons. Yeah. Because
The hard way, the only way.
yeah, that's the hard way is the only way. So that's it. But I am not praying she become like me. I'm not praying so.
So at some point in time, you have to support your parents too. I mean financially, because the further you're going, and the older they are becoming,
Yeah.
you need to help out. So what are you doing towards that?
Okay. For now, I'm not really doing anything to support my family financially, but my mother and I, we possess this omo, this local omo. Yeah, she possess and she gives me to supply. Lucky enough, it's not like I'll take and have to go and stand somewhere and sell. She already have her customers. So when she process the omo, she gives me, I'll go and supply and come back. That's it. My mother is a teacher, but she does not really get much from teaching work, so that's what supports us, apart from teaching. And also she sews too in the house. She sews dresses.
So she's a seamstress. Okay. So have you learned that trade too?
Seamstress work, no, I've not learned seamstress work because I'm not really interested. I'm not really interested in sewing.
So what are you interested in?
I'm interested in makeup. I'm interested in fashion designing. Yeah. Apart from school, if I have an opportunity, I will learn either makeup or fashion designing or both. Just because this nursing, it takes really much time. It takes it needs a lot of time. It requires much time. If not so, I would have been learning makeup in addition, but I cannot do that. But I'm looking forward to do it at home, online training, to do it online, yeah, because I really like it.
So what about your father? What does he do?
My father is a retired warder, ex-warder. For now, since he was retired, he's not doing anything, he's just home. But he does agriculture, just little farming in the house.
Gardening.
Yeah, keeping growing of animals, pigs. So in addition, that's what he's doing for now.
Are you seeing somebody?
No, I'm not.
Why?
I don't really want to make the same mistake I did before. And two, I don't want to. I don't want to. For me, it's a big distraction to education. So I really want to concentrate. I really want to achieve what I am going in for. So I will not want any kind of distraction from anybody. So that's why